Christmas time. It's a time for giving and a time for sharing. And George, if I could have you come forward, I just want to say to you personally, on behalf of the City of St. John, that we certainly commend what you're doing. We recognize the time and energy that you've committed. You're going to be spending Christmas in New Brunswick, away from your family, but I know that it's for a good cause, and it will save the lives of many just by you going across the country promoting organ giving. I do want to give you a book on the City of St. John so that when you rest in the evening to rest your body and your feet, after walking and running, you'll be able to read about the City of St. John. I hope that that will inspire you to come back when you have more time. I'll put it in the envelope here for you and present it to you. Also, on behalf of the citizens of the City of St. John, I'll give you a donation towards your cause, and hope and wish you all the success in the coming weeks and months that you're doing this project, and for your entire life and what you've done for others. So thank you very much, George.
Your Worship, George, students, on behalf of the St. John Police Force and the Board of Police Commissioners, I'd like to congratulate George on his initiative. Organ donation is one of the most significant things that you could even consider. When you look at it from the true perspective of that is you're looking to save lives. And I congratulate George for his initiative, and I congratulate you for taking part in that. When you get back to school, say hi to Peter McGill and Terry Murphy for me. Thank you very much.
Your Worship, Chief Cogswell, ladies and gentlemen, and George. On behalf of the members of the St. John Fire Department and Chief Glenn Tate, it delights me to be here today to welcome George to our city. As your Worship has alluded to, the importance of what George has done with respect to heightening everyone's awareness of the benefits of having organ and tissue donations. Certainly, there are so many worthy causes for many of us to support. However, the difference for many is to have a champion for that cause, someone who's going to elevate our thoughts, to have us reflect about the importance of that particular cause. And George, that's just what you've done. Certainly another thing that's been so positive from George's venture across Canada is it's also prompted us and our family members to discuss the importance of organ donation. And unless our family members know what our wishes are, that's a real key point to all of this. But perhaps the most important aspect of George's journey across Canada is that it's reminded us of the hopefulness to all those who are in need of organ transplant, that they can be restored to good health and that they can enjoy a good quality of life. So again, on behalf of the members of the St. John Fire Department, George, I'd like to congratulate you and wish you all the best as you continue your journey. Thank you.
So the torch is here at City Hall in the central part of the City of St. John, and again, I compliment everyone that's taken part in this ceremony today. And George, I was just standing there thinking, I wonder how many pairs of sneakers that you've used across the seven pairs of sneakers to date. So there'll probably be many more pairs of sneakers that you'll wear out before this campaign is over. But again, I just thank everyone for being here. Thank you, George, for your commitment. Thank you to the other speakers, and thank you to all the students of the New Brunswick Community College, and wish you every success in your future endeavors. To George, all the best to you, and all the best to all the students. This is a very worthwhile cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Worship. I don't know what to say when I'm in this moment and I see so much support and so much enthusiasm behind this. It just convinces me that this is not a reflection on the Canadian public why we have such a low rate. You know, it's definitely not a reflection on Canadians. I also want to thank both the police chief and the deputy chief for attending, and thank you for the excellent police escort that we got. and also thank the Deputy Chief for providing a fire truck and some volunteers to walk. And I got to let you know that since September the 11th, we've had, in every community that we've gone through, we've had participation with the fire department, and it's certainly an excellent reflection on the work that they always do. So thank you. And I also want to take this moment to thank Ken for just showing a lot of enthusiasm and not giving me a hard time in organizing things. And you know, we pulled it off. And I want to thank you, Ken. And I also want to take this opportunity to thank Sandra and Dave, who helped to organize the activities for today's events. And they did a great job. And this is in between studying for exams. So, you know, they didn't have too much time, but they helped us with all the activities. And I want to thank all the students that came out today and walked with us and distributed donor cards along the way and helped carry the buckets and refueling the torch whenever it went out, and taking part in supporting this cause. You guys did great, and you affected a lot of people today. You might not know that, but a lot of people were watching you, and they're going to read about it in tomorrow's paper. They've been hearing about it in the radio, and they're going to get inspired, you know. And it's a result of your participation that we're going to make a positive change in this dismal rate that we have. Now, the other thing that I wanted to point out is that we are also acknowledging that we do need a lot of public awareness, but the other thing that we need is to update our system, because we do have a very poor system at this point. We need to encourage the federal government to create a system that's been working in other countries, and they have pretty high rates, most of the European countries, and we have a very low rate because in our system, we're still relying on the family to make the final decision. And you see, they're approached at a time of grief and shock because they just lost their loved ones. And even though they supported it the week before the decision, at that moment when they're approached, they're in a weak state, and a lot of times they're saying no, you know, and then afterwards they're left with a lot of anger and regret because they don't get a second shot at it. And what they're mad about is that they were approached at that moment, you know. Why couldn't? So what we want to encourage the government to do is create a registry where we can register every Canadian on the donor list, making sure that we give everybody the opportunity to take their name off if they wanted to do so. And we would emphasize on that because
we first became aware of the Cross Canada Walk from UCCB, where George's walk was assisted by some former business technology students of St. John. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the business technology students for their support in the 10K walk. It is good to know that we are united in our belief that it is important to give of our time and energy to endeavors such as George's. George is doing something even more magnificent by giving back after he himself was an organ recipient. So again, on behalf of all the business technology students, George, keep walking. We're proud to be a supporter.
Excellent. And now I want to call up my road manager, Tia Tony Wilson, who's been with me for 5 months, devoted 5 and a half months, devoted 5.5 months of her time and effort, and she's going to say a few words.
Yeah, my few words are just thank yous. Does anybody have my book? Do you have it? I have a book that I got everybody to sign. It was supposed to be going around. I've had it from Newfoundland. That would really suck if I lost it. Okay, anyways, I have numbers and names in there that I haven't written down yet. I would like to thank a lot of the restaurants that...
Today